Hello.
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
perfect. Yeah, there we go. We're already doing better than I had expected.
Fantastic.
How you doing, man?
Yo, I'm doing great. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm
Or,
man, 10 hours of sleep, man. I'm ready to go.
yo, right on. That's the dream. That's the
Yeah.
dream amount.
Yeah, I accidentally bought unground coffee beans, so I had the time this morning to hand grind like 8 cups of coffee. So
Like hand ground,
I had
like
like
that.
those like Aztec bowls with the is it a pestle or
Yeah,
pistil? Yeah, yeah.
mortal man and pestles. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm drinking piss weak coffee, but other than
Yo,
that,
cool.
no complaints, man. Yeah, is
Right
your
on.
name Drew, by the way? Is that your
Yeah.
name? Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
is my name. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did a minimal amount of research.
Oh,
I,
cool.
I I just went on your channel and watched the earliest video where you said your name. So
Oh, whoa. I
yeah,
do? When do
yeah
I?
you said it in the first video, or I think it was the first video as a
Yeah,
pushback.
okay. Weird.
Yeah,
Okay. I believe.
yeah. Anyways, welcome to the Ween Talk,
Hey.
guest number 2, man. This is the most popular completely Ween themed show called Ween Talk on YouTube. So
Dude, it's an absolute honor. I've been dreaming of an opportunity to talk ween with a ween like yourself. So,
good. Well, go,
yeah, it's
go, start now, go.
all right. So, New Hope, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Two boys meet at a park.
right. So let's go further back.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Okay. When a
Yeah,
man loves. Okay.
yeah.
Um,
No,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've got some questions prepared that I
Yeah.
intend to ask future guests as well. I had a guy on before. I don't know if you saw that, but Nick from Colorado, he was a pretty good guest. So, yeah.
No,
But
it has.
anyways, I'm gonna start with a question here. How did
Yeah, cool.
this is gonna be as deep as it gets here. How did you get
Okay.
into Ween?
I have it burned into my brain actually. So I remember I was in some sort of like red sedan with a friend. We were like in middle school, seventh, eighth grade at the time.
Yeah.
And I just remember he was like, yo, I have this CD and it was chocolate and cheese. So he was like showing me a CD with a middle finger on it. And I was like, okay, this is great. And I think he went right to candy.
Hmm.
And and I was like, I've never heard anything like this before in my life. And then we just like listened to the whole thing, got out of the car, put it on again, and yeah, it's just all downhill from there. It just like everything clicked.
Yeah.
Um, and I grew up like an hour and a half away from New Hope, but it
Okay.
still felt like very connected. I was like, oh, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
two guys. I have a friend. I can be two guys. Like
Yeah. Where's the other
this is
guy?
like,
Where's he
yeah,
going?
right. Um, hey, he's in Philadelphia. They all stayed in Pennsylvania, so I'm in
Okay.
New Jersey now.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just been yeah all downhill. Just listening to Ween, going to see Ween. That's all
Right
I
on.
got.
And
Yeah,
and
yeah, dude.
and obviously doing the Ween Talk show on YouTube here. So what was the
Uh,
why'd you start that, or the Ween learn to Ween?
oh
Sorry.
yeah, learn to Ween. No, no, it's cool. It's cool. Man, I really don't know. And like, I don't know. I guess
Maybe.
I just didn't see that many on there, and then for whatever reason, I was just compelled to
Yeah.
share the brown and the knowledge that was given to me.
I
So
guess
I don't know.
the
Yeah,
vast amount of knowledge. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's just the boognish, dude. I mean, he came to me like you wake up in the middle of the night and like you're screaming, and then like you have these visions, and then you can just play them. You know,
Right
it's like
on.
it's like the whole Neo thing when he
It's
like
exactly
plugs in.
like that.
It's the whole thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm glad you understand.
I do. I tell people that I do, but yeah, no, man, I like your channel, man. I like the shows and
Hey,
stuff. And
thank
then
you.
aside from being somewhat educational, it's just fun to watch. It's kind of
Hey,
positive, cheerful sort of thing, especially in these horrendous fucking times. I think I started this channel. I just wanted to learn how to video edit,
oh no.
and I was like, oh, I should be doing something that I'm interested in, so that I don't have to so I can do minimal research, as I'm sure you've seen from most of
Yeah, right.
my shows. But no, man, with obviously with the pandemic going on, it's freed up a lot of time for me to sort of do this. It's either this or just drink alone, which
Yeah.
not
It's
bad either.
also yeah, it's really
Yeah,
not
no,
it's
no.
all it has its highlights and benefits.
Yeah, man.
But
Yeah, but you got into Ween right away. There was no like stumbling blocks for you or anything like that.
no, no, it was yeah, it's right yeah, right out of the gate. It was that and then Primus at the same time because I think they had the Chef Aid CD. The Chef Aid CD
Yeah.
Brown Album, and Chocolate and Cheese. And I was like, oh, okay, this is what I'm going to devote like most of my time to. And I just like didn't listen to anything else besides like Ween and Primus.
Yeah.
And yeah, that got me through like
You
5 years of just
I
steady Ween.
I I honestly wasn't into it that much. Somebody gave me a like a mix CD that they had of Ween, and
Oh,
I wasn't really into it. But the guy was like, "Oh, the songs that he like some of the stuff that I was doing." He's like, "It sounds like this kind of stuff." And I put it on, and the first track I think was "Homo Rainbow," and I think I remember
nice.
seeing that in South Park or something like
Yeah.
that. And then the track that I actually liked on the CD, there was like 30 tracks, but the one that I actually liked was not even a Ween song. It's a song that's like frequently attributed to them. I think it's called Western Skies or whatever by the
Okay.
Vintage Chimps. Yeah, so I like that song, and so I kind of started listening to the rest of the track. But then yeah, I kind of came along. I kind of have to be dragged into shit, kicking and screaming. I was pretty set in my metal ways at the time, so
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
okay. Interesting.
I was
That
big
must have been
into
it.
like death metal and stuff like that. So
Oh, right on. What? So,
yeah.
what did it for Ween? What was it? Was it like a long like It's a Long Night or like a Stroke or Ace that brought you in that made that transition, or was it?
You know, I think it was Freedom of 76, and specifically it was when I watched the video of them on that horrible like 90s talk show.
Oh, like Jane Pratt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, it was like the same thing like what you're saying. I was like, wow, that's just two guys in a shitty tape machine. And at the time,
Yeah.
I was literally playing with a guy in a tape machine. So,
Dude, same. I was doing the same thing.
yeah, yeah.
It's so much fun. Yeah,
Delicious
man.
coffee.
Jane Pratt, dude.
I got another question prepared.
Please, please, please.
What was your first Ween show that you went to?
My first Ween show was Jam on the Jam on the River, Philadelphia, 2004, maybe.
Yeah,
I want to say 2004. I think it's 2004
yeah.
because I like looked the other day because it was like one of the first videos on my YouTube channel.
There we are, man. We're back.
Cool.
We're back. It's a goddamn American internet you guys got going on down there. You mentioned that you're in New Jersey, right?
I am in New Jersey.
Yeah. Are you guys under a heavy lockdown right now or anything like that? Or
I think that's what I heard, that they're gonna like shift some stuff about restaurants. I'm not going anywhere, so I just it doesn't really, I don't know, doesn't really affect me. I'm happy here in my red room pod.
Yeah.
So
all right,
yeah.
well, we had some technical difficulties, so I'm gonna have to splice this
cool.
shit back together. This whole fucking
Nice.
thing's gone off the fucking rails. But anyways, we were talking about your first show, and
Oh, right.
that it was 2003 or whatever. Did you go with people, or did you go solo, or did you have friends that were into it, or anything like
Yeah,
that?
I went with friends, the ones that like showed me Ween, the CD in the beginning. I think my first girlfriend at the time, who's now dead. We went to the show, and yeah, it's great. I got there really early, front row. I distinctly remember. I thought that Glenn's had a nickname, and it was Keys.
Jeez.
And I remember I just kept yelling, "Keys, man, Keys!"
Yeah.
And then they paid Pandy Fackler, so I just kept yelling Keys. And then I don't know. I later found out that I made that up, I guess.
He does play the keyboard. So.
I know it must have been something. I must have read it wrong or something. I don't know.
How many shows you've been to since?
Oh man, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
You can just do a guesstimation.
Five, at least 5 or 6, 7,
Yeah. So
somewhere around there.
You're not following them around on runs or anything when they were down in that part of the states or anything like that.
Not really. No, not fun. No.
Yeah, I think there's that's like there's so much to talk about with Ween, but the fandom is sort of something that I'm kind of looking into a little bit more because there's so many fucking levels. Like Nick, the guy I was talking to in Colorado, he seemed to be quite heavily into it. And when I went down last year for the Nashville shows, I met some people who were like, "Oh, are you gonna come for the rest of the run or whatever?" I'm like, "The rest of the run, man. Like I get shit to do on Thursday, man."
Yeah, right.
And they were like shocked. They're like, "How could you come all the way down here?" And I was like, "Well, the Canadian dollar is not quite what it used to be, and like I'm making a pretty good effort to come down here." But have you ever gotten a sense of any elitism or whatever in the fan group?
No, not in the Ween fan group. I mean, as we briefly discussed on Instagram, I am a big fan of Fish as well.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of elitism from there for sure.
Yeah.
No, from the fans, no. Everybody's really cool. I really get the only weird sense I would get from fans would be the attitude towards Fish, which I
Yeah,
don't get. There's just
yeah,
like a hate there.
yeah,
Even from Nikki and Aaron, there seems to be some kind of like weird animosity
yeah. I
from like
mean,
way back in the day.
my opinion of like with regards to the and this is just a theory with regards to like Mickey and the actual like members of Fish or whatever is that if something is there, I think they would play it up because of showmanship, like kind of like
It's
boxers.
true.
Like if
Yeah,
people
yeah.
start saying they hate each other, like yeah, I want to kill his family and stuff, and then
Right, right.
afterwards they're probably like, yeah, well, good luck out there, man, and like I
Yeah,
could
it's
see in a
true.
bit, but like yeah, it obviously like the Conor McGregor fucking persona, right? It
Right.
like it never hurts to
Your
have them. I
heel
mean,
face, your classic
yeah,
heel face
yeah.
scenario.
I remember I
Uh,
used to when I was young, I was into metal. It was like the Megadeth Metallica thing, and I remember
okay.
my friends
Why?
talking about that. And I'm
Why?
like, man, we're like 14 years old in small town Ontario. Like, how are we involved in this? Like, where are these
Yeah.
Megadeth fans? Are they at the gas station or the grocery store? Or are they
Right.
hiding in the woods around our
Yeah.
town? Like,
And
how
this
can
is
how can we
it's,
hate these fucking people, man?
it's a small
And
enough community where we need to
yeah,
fucking like stick together and like get our jean jackets
yeah,
together and help
yeah,
each other
man,
rip sleeves and shit. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, no elitism. Everybody's just I don't know, really cool. It seems like a little I want to say tougher, not in like a scary way, but
yeah,
like mm, I'll see a little more maybe a few more cigarettes than I'll see
yeah,
in a normal show.
yeah,
But it's not a bad thing. No, not at all.
yeah.
Uh, just yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I've met nothing but nice people when I've been down there, and then
yeah.
just some people who are doing their own kind of thing. Like when I was down in Nashville for the shows, I stayed at like the worst fucking motel, like shithole that I've ever stayed at in my
Beautiful.
life. And some fans came up. They had like a portable speaker or whatever, and they kind of came up into like the concrete alcove, and I heard them kind of coming up, and I went out and introduced myself, and it was just like
Nice.
crickets, like in Dumb and Dumber when he comes out of the 7-Eleven, he sees
Big gulps.
yeah, he's like, wow,
Yeah.
yeah, man, yeah,
All
cool
right.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was me. But then I just like sidled back into my room. But
Yeah.
also that night there was a wild party. That wasn't them; it was some other people. But I heard some crazy shit that night. But yeah,
Oh,
I've had
okay.
nothing but good experiences at Ween shows personally. So
Yeah. Wait.
yeah,
Do I have this right? Was your first show the Vancouver? Not so
yeah,
hot.
no.
Mm.
There was, what? There was some mistakes that I made at that show too because I'd never been to a Ween show. I thought there'd be an opening band, which is something that now I
Oh
know
yeah.
never happens.
No dice.
And I've often wondered why that would be, but maybe it's money, or maybe they just don't want to deal with another band, or they just want to play 3 hours or whatever it is. But I got there and I was already kind of half wasted. I went into the washroom and they started while I was in the washroom, and I probably missed like the first 10 minutes was probably the most like coherent part of the whole show.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
Damn. That
But
must have
that
been
was
a
it.
trip.
Feel like it was a bad time to get into it. I wish I could have got in like maybe 4 or 5 years earlier.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And when they were maybe putting out albums too, you think they're gonna put out another album at all?
Not. I don't think we'll get like an album. We may get like a Shinola part two. I
Yeah,
could possibly see,
yeah,
but I don't know. Based on the last efforts, I'm not like. I feel like the love, the like powers that they had, it's just like not there for
mm,
whatever. They're not like flowing together in parallel. They're kind of just like
yeah.
it's just not there,
Because I
which
think
is
like
it happens.
the last two solo albums that they both put out, like I thought were amazing. Like I did a show where I kind of compiled like an album. Or I think somebody else had the idea, and I was talking about a new album, and there were people who had made lists of like their most recent stuff, that what a new Ween album would look like, and it's fucking good stuff. Like I like the Freeman album. I think that's as good as anything Ween's put out. But
I honestly, I did not listen to the Free Man album. I have
yeah,
not listened to the Rock album, the Dean Ween one.
oh, why not, man? What are
I
you
don't know. I don't know, man.
doing, man?
Dude, I don't know. I like.
Those
I mean, with
Ween,
any.
those Learn to Ween episodes are 3 minutes long.
Yeah,
That leaves you with thousands of extra minutes that you could be listening to those albums, man.
I
You
mean
gotta
that's fair.
you gotta get on it.
I know. It's just you go so hard listening to a band, and
Yeah,
like it was seriously like tunnel vision for years of
yeah,
I'm not gonna listen to. There's no reason to. Like I'm just gonna listen to Ween and Primus. So then like I got burnt out like super hard.
Yeah.
And I'm still a little burnt out, which is like I don't listen to them really
Yeah.
often. But
I can relate to that for sure. So
but I still love playing it. So like the show is like still great, and I still love the songs. But yeah, it's a weird thing where, yeah, off the clock. I'm listening to like Zappa all the time, pretty much.
Yeah, right on. I think I got a similar thing. I mean, I'm sure everybody does with like Zeppelin and the Beatles and shit. Where obviously I still love that music, but I just can't fucking do Black Dog again for the millionth time. You know, Stairway. Oddly enough, I can still do a Stairway from every now and again, but I can't. You know, even some of the Beatles and stuff, which is probably my favorite band of all time. If I were to say, I just can't. Some of it I can't do it anymore, right? So
no, I completely understand.
But on that note,
go please.
Question, all right, and this is horribly mistyped in this sheet this fucking sheet that I prepared. You can't even see it because the light. My $30 ring light is so bright.
Oh, I got a dude, I got a ring light.
Yeah, man, this is fucking
Wish.com. Yeah.
So the question is, would you rather have a new album from them and they never play live again, or at least or you never see them play live again, or would you rather see them play live until they're like fucking the Rolling Stones up there, just like husks of humans dancing around, but you never get a new album? What would you rather have?
Husks of humans. Yeah, definitely.
Fucking Mick Jagger.
No. Yes. Like
yeah. Man, he's not.
I've barely seen him. He's like translucent and
dude, I saw him in 2003. You were probably literally at that first Ween show, and I was at the SARS Rock Festival in Toronto in 2003. And I remember seeing them and just being like, this fucking guy's not. He's an animatronic. He's like, yeah, he's like one of those dinosaurs from Jurassic Park or something. But
he's got those nanobots that the like elite level people in the US get, that they like just inject into their bodies, and then you ever see like that episode of Futurama where like the worms rebuild like fry? So like imagine like a bunch of small robots and they just like rebuild all your stuff on the inside. They're just like real time. So I mean,
would you rather see that Ween just ride on until one of them dies, or would you rather have some new music?
Nah, I just rather them die.
Okay, well,
I don't. No music.
I've got an even morbid question that actually just popped into my head. This is the level that I'm operating at.
Yeah, please.
Who do you think's gonna die first, Gene or Dean? I know what my answer would have been after the first Ween show that I saw.
Right. Yeah. Right. Ah, man. I don't know. I feel like Mickey's gonna live forever, because just like cigarettes and pasta, I feel like there's some kind of elixir in there. So I think.
You think Mickey?
No, I don't. No, I think he's gonna live forever. I think Aaron's gonna die.
Okay, Aaron's gonna die. Well,
not like soon, but I think Mickey's just gonna be like a Keith Richards.
Yeah, because I mean, he maybe not so much lately, but he seemed like the grumpier of the two as well, and that can sustain a person. You know, that can sustain
for sure
for years and years and years. My stepdad's dad, that guy was a miserable son of a bitch. He's still going. He's like 98 years old. So I'm basing my whole theory on that, and I'd say that you're right. So I have another question. If you had one song that you think could make a Ween fan of anybody, what would that song be?
Man. Of anybody?
If you're like, this is the song that you're going that they're the most appealing Ween song. I'll wait.
Yeah, no, it's just it's like a freeway right now. I'm just thinking I'm thinking like right now, 2 B-sides just or demos. They don't even know if they're on anything. Hello, Johnny and Little Miss Mandy, just because they're so fun. Yeah. And I don't see like how you could not just be like, all right, I mean, I feel good after hearing that.
On that note, that kind of reminds me of that song for so long, that one.
For so long. No, I mean,
it's a B-side too, yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, again, it's just a pleasant little tune there. If I were to pick one, I would probably go with Bananas in Blow. Most people, they just like that song.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like a real answer for like for the population of I guess different the US, I would say Baby Bitch. Like if I was trying to
Yeah.
like if it was my job to get hits on the radio or something,
Yep.
Baby Bitch 100%.
Yeah, that people do like
Yeah.
that song.
That's
Actually,
it.
a guy that works for me, I just introduced him to Ween, and he was saying he liked that song, even though it's a bit dour or whatever. But yeah, and he liked
Yeah.
Transdermal Celebration as well. So yeah,
Yep. That I feel like there's a trifecta there with
yeah.
the Bananas and Blow, Baby Bitch.
All right,
Yeah.
the audio fucked out again here, but we're gonna keep going here. I didn't have any more questions prepared, but is there anything you want to talk about Ween regarding Ween?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to ask you like what do you think for Ween's future? What do you think is going to
Mm, I don't
if you
know
were
because
to
I kind of have like
forecast?
I have like a kind of business oriented mind sometimes, and I wonder like because I think that them going on playing live was a very good living for them, and with no live shows, I'm wondering if that kind of ruins the chances even more of them doing something, or maybe I mean I like to imagine maybe they're just sitting in a room together right now, hunkering down making music, but most likely not.
Man,
So
that'd be cool.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but I think that they should probably be okay because I think they have. I think I read that they took control of their whole back catalog. I think they didn't have it for a while, and they have it again now, and they got it all on
Oh,
their own
damn. I didn't realize
record
that.
label or something like that. So I'm hoping that they'll be able to be okay financially, sort of thing. So I don't know what Glenn.
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
what
I mean,
Keys is up to though these days.
dude, he's probably killing it, man. He's
Yeah,
I have to imagine that he can just like play on his balcony and money will just show up in his account somehow. I think
yeah. Well,
he's fine.
I wonder if he plays in
And
any other bands or does any other session stuff. Be curious to know about that.
I thought I remember reading that he did some sort of session stuff back in the day at least, but
Yeah.
and I
Was it
know
is it Blood, Sweat and Tears or Blood and Tears or something? Was that his band?
that sounds that sounds badass. I hope that's his
That's
band.
I don't know if I'm just imagining that, but I can actually look that up. Ween
Do
Glenn.
it, please.
Glenn. Yeah, this is compelling
Glenn.
interview. I don't know. Glenn McClellan. This is compelling internet viewing. Blood,
McClellan.
Sweat and Tears. Oh, I think he
Sweat
just
and
joined as a
tears.
member, but that's an old band. That's an old
Damn.
band. I don't fucking know. Anyways, the
Did you ever
George.
listen to Instant Death? Jurowitz's old band with that guy. I can't remember his name, but he died.
Hmm.
It was just drums and bass. It's called
No.
Instant Death.
No. Oh,
It's just
maybe
yeah. It's,
actually. Maybe he
their
told
albums like an
about that on Instagram.
explosion
No, I'll have to
with
check
some
that
like
out actually.
flies or something.
Instant.
It's
Is it
pretty
good?
rad. I think it's yeah. The Enabler. That's a great song. The Enabler.
The Enabler. Yeah, I'll check
Ween
that out.
plays it sometimes.
Yeah, man.
So how many times have you seen Ween at this point?
I have seen Ween probably I want to say 10 times now. And obviously
Nice.
there's a huge gap in the middle there. But I went down and I saw them at a festival in Portland called the Paps Festival. And it's sponsored by the
Okay.
beer company. It was a fucking wild festival because it was like I think Ween played and then Ice Cube played right after. And then like
What?
yeah, and then Duran headlined that night. Yeah,
What?
man. And I don't know if you're familiar with Duran or whatever, but like I remember being at the festival and it was like a younger crowd, and then the lights kind of went down. There was just a stage on one side of the field, stage on the other side of the field. And then pretty much Duran's sort of stage kind of lit up, and all these like 40, 50-year-old women like
Whoa.
came like stampeding out of
Of
like the wine
course.
tents and
Hell
shit like that.
yes, dude.
And that was an experience, man.
Damn.
I think I
What a
remember more
lineup.
about Duran that night than I do about Ween because it was Ween played in the middle of the day. They opened with Spinal Meningitis, like in the middle of a daytime like crowd
Beautiful.
that were pretty much
Beautiful.
lining up to see Ice Cube and his son, I think, was with him or whatever. But that was kind of wild. But it was a weird show though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and Andrew WK
Definitely.
played as well. It was a fucking weird
What
lineup.
the hell?
Yeah,
What is this lineup, dude?
yeah. There was
Just
more on
like a
there.
mistake.
Tame Impala also played, I think, the next day or something like that.
Okay, beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful car.
yeah, yeah.
What
And
was your
then
last Ween show?
the last one that I went down to were the Nashville shows.
Nashville
Yeah,
shows.
they
When was
played.
that? I don't. Yeah.
They played the Ryman, and it was the only thing that was weird about it is that they did kind of the same show 2 nights in a row. I think they may have been recording it, but where's that recording?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
When was that? Was that last year?
That would have been, oh shit, maybe it was 2018 actually. Everything's kind of blended together in the last year and a half.
Yeah, that's fair.
This year being
Yeah,
I think it was 2019 though for sure. But that was a pretty partying crowd, man. People were getting pretty wild for that show.
Yeah. Right on. Very cool. Very cool.
Well, I might have some work splicing this together, but do you want to call it a show right there?
Dude. Yeah, you call it a show. Why not? I mean, I that seems like a show to me.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for doing this, man. I'm sorry it was kind of disorganized there with the cutting in and cutting out, but
oh, dude, no worries. I'm sure it's on my end. I'm sure I had to use an older laptop. It's the longest story on the planet, but no, it was very cool.
Man, we're rolling.
Thank you so much for inviting me into this space and talking. Man. It's great. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep going, and you'll have to come back on again sometime, and we'll continue this on. Watch yourself, man.
Yo, definitely. Especially because, I had to customize this chair because I got a new chair and the Strat wouldn't fit in it, so I had to take off the one arm. But now the back won't stay up.
Oh shit!
So now it's just an OSHA health hazard.